Everybody, welcome back to All Viral Access Media, man. We're gonna get right into it. I know y'all heard, but I have to say this, yo. What did Cat Williams say on the Shannon Sharp show? What did he say?
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
All lies will be exposed in 2025, and that ain't no goddamn lie. Let's get right into it, man. Everything is coming to light. Fat Joe has been kicked out of the culture because the FBAs was not having it due to him and Busta Booty Rhymes claiming that they created hip-hop and did not want to give us our flowers. We're not going to get into that, but everything that's happening to Fat Joe is totally necessary. We got Terrance Dixon, aka TA, has exposed him as a pedophile, which he have proof is pictures with him in a 16 and 15-year-old girls and shit. We're gonna get into that. There is a 24 predicate RICO Act. He has 24 charges. Roc Nation is involved. They showing paperwork. It's against Cartagena, Pistol Pete, Rich Player, Juliana, however the hell that last name is, Sneaker Addict Torrent LLC, Slate Inc., Roc Nation LLC, John Doe's 1 through 10, and Jane Doe's 1 through 10. Yo, it's crazy. Fat Joe try to get somebody to approach DMX. We gonna get into that, but anyway, let's keep it pushing, baby. First, we got forced labor of plaintiff, because he was his ghostwriter and all that shit. Key participants: Joseph Cartagena, Rich Player, location, this, that, and the third. Coerced plaintiff labor through threats, delayed pay, and false IRS filings. We already know he's been going through the same thing. He has been charged for doing the same thing to Big Pun's wife, and she just won. So all the stuff that he did to Big Pun's wife and his family, he's doing it to everybody. And how can Desiree Perez even get involved with this? Oh, I forgot, they all crooks. But anyway, charge 2, sex trafficking. Let's go over here. We got coerced plaintiff into non-consensual sexual acts under threat and manipulation. Crazy. I remember he said a story, because I spoke to TA when he first started coming out in through the DMs and shit, that I actually spoke to him verbally too. I believe it's been a long time, but we did speak. He told me they was in a party somewhere. Matter of fact, he put that out there, and I believe it. And he told me too, they went out to a party. They was overseas or some shit. And he go in a room, you know what I mean? He wanted to get some condoms because he had a shorty in his room, and Fat Joe said, "Come get the condoms." So when he go into his villa, his room or whatever, he's pause for the pause. He's getting a rim job. 2 girls licking the rim. You know what I mean? Go back door on them. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Licking the peanut butter. Let's keep it fucking moving. Witness 3. Witness retaliation. Attempt to lure plaintiff into violent ambush after public disclosures. Conspiracy to commit violence. Defending the minute prior violence acts resulting in wrongful convictions of another. DMX assault. I didn't never hear about this. Have y'all? I'm tripping. DMX assault. Ordered plaintiff to confront rapper DMX in retaliation. And then this nigga always talking about DMX, my man. He's so crazy. I see me perform at the Prudential Center, New Jersey. He robbed a nigga at the gas station, son. Oh my God. Get the fuck up out of here, Joey. 6, Latin rapper stabbing, caught ketchup, whatever. Retaliatory stabbing ordered using enterprise code ketchup. We know ketchup is red. Listen, if you don't catch up, something is up. Anyway, cafe ketchup incident. Public stabbing order retaliation after nightclub altercation. Now, you know they always talk about how Terror Squad was running around and terrorizing the industry. Okay? All that plays a part. You can't say you ain't been doing it now when you got a case against you, right? Y'all was terrorizing. But let's continue. Mac Main assault. Directed plaintiff to assault Mac Main for perceived disrespect. Cartagena. Intersex trafficking of minors. Transport of minors for coerced sex under false pretenses. Did he do it? We'll see. Commercial fraud. Fraudulent sneaker resale and chargeback schemes. Tax evasion, you know he got locked up for that. Money laundering. Use shell companies and fake filings to hide income. Public use of ketchup code. Confirmed violent slang term for stabbing during public interview. 13 PPP loan. Okay. Cartagena accountant deal. Secure relief funds under the false business pretense via sneaker addict touring. He just crooked as the letter S, nigga, in that chain. TS, nigga. Unauthorized legal practice. Find shell company documents while unlicensed to practice law. That's that lady. Yeah, her right there. We're gonna see her picture in a minute. If y'all I'm pretty sure y'all probably went through all this. It's fine, but let's continue. I ain't gonna waste your time. Structure and laundering. Use nominee entities to obscure ownership of enterprise income. Wage theft for coercion. Paid plaintiff off books, inflated IRS filings, and suppress real income. You have to understand there's people out there in the field who literally make a living on trying to hide their money. There's a lot of ways. There's a lot of people you could pay to make bank statements so you could get business loans and all types of stuff. Oh, it's possible. People don't, they try to find loopholes within the game. 18, money laundering. Cash out illegal funds, ghost payroll, luxury displays of cash structuring, online threats, intimidation, sync code threats via burner accounts to obstruct legal filings, ghost contracts. There was a video some years back where Pistol Pete was on the block where TAB at. I remember if I could find a video, I'll put it up. I don't know if I'm gonna look for it, but I seen it. But it's out there. Ghost contracts and royalty fraud. We already know. We're gonna skip all that. Let me just read force. Exhibitionism, whatever you want to call it, kiss my ass, force plaintiff into group sex, voyeurism, whatever you want to pronounce that shit, y'all gonna kill me on that, kiss my ass again, and public humiliation, wire fraud, tax fraud, and coercive wage theft statutes violated from 2017 onward. Roc Nation and BDO under Cartagena's direction misclassified plaintiff's labor to evade taxes, suppress rights, that and the third. All right, structural wire fraud, all we get it, right? 24 predicate RICO acts. One of them gonna stick because you is a slime greaseball, and when you try to play my people, ain't no love, nigga. No, and what's crazy, he is leeching, he's latching on to Jadakiss. We have to understand something. The music business, they all gonna stick together because they grew up with each other. You know what I'm saying? In the game, but he's trying to latch on through Jadakiss to try to get in our good graces. Not gonna work. We still fuck with Jada. We understand, but it is what it is. But you definitely made the wrong move fucking with that dude. He got good stories. He's a good storyteller, a good exaggerator, all that. He's entertaining. I'm not gonna take anything from the dude. I can't take anything from the dude. He's very entertaining when he talk, but he's a sleazeball, grindball, and he exaggerates and lies. Let's keep it goddamn pushing. Overview of the enterprise. Fat Joe, Cartagena, the Dirge, the Don. You know what I mean? Directed all racketeering activities, issued orders for violence, handled revenue, coordinated intimidation, and creative threat. All this. Let's keep it pushing because there's more to go. All of this, all that, the LLCs, all the little businesses, that is all fraud and is multi-layered. And see, he tried to sue him first because he knew this was coming down the pipes. He knew this was coming out soon, so he tried to sue first. Tried to sue TA for for calling him a defamation and calling him a pedophile, so forth and so on. But just opening more of a can of worms. So, and then they sue Roc Nation, so they're gonna cover themselves. But she is protected. Desiree Perez, I don't know if she's still an active informant, but she probably do know some people in the FBI or CIA for some help or whatever the fuck it may be. But they gonna definitely cut ties with that dude, Fat Joe. All of these things, I'm not gonna read all that because it's enough to go. But all of this stuff. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get to the good part, right? So let's just read. Racketeering activity. All right, 2017 Roc Nation LLC entered into a management agreement with defendant Cartagena and assumed exclusive control over his business affairs. From that point forward, Roc Nation functioned as Defenders Cartagena's operational command center, overseeing all touring, licensing, branding, music publishing, and commercial contracts, while affirmatively projecting his public image and shielding his financial operations from scrutiny. Upon information and belief, Roc Nation was aware or willfully blind to Defendant Cartagena's ongoing criminal conduct, including forced labor, financial fraud, retaliatory violence, and sex trafficking. Despite knowledge of multiple allegations of red flags, Roc Nation continued to facilitate Defendant Cartagena's business and interests, defend his public image, and structure deals to directly enrich the Cartagena's enterprise. Roc Nation's racketeering-related conduct includes assuming manageable control over Defenders Cartagena's tour brand publishing rights in 2017 and continuing through the present, overseeing financial transactions derived from plaintiff uncredited performances and co-authored tracks, co-authored of course, including all the way up, somebody wrote that, and congratulations, without providing accounting or ownership recognition as usual, because he has a history of that. Initiating or supporting retaliatory litigation against plaintiff and his attorney after plaintiff disclosed allegations of racketeering and trafficking, constituting unlawful retaliation under so on, continuing to benefit from and promote recordings, tours, and merchandise that originated from the enterprise. Unlawful conduct. Let's keep it pushing. We get the point, because I know the attention span. So if I lost y'all by now, kiss my ass. But for those who's here,
thank you.
Alright, preliminary statement. 1, the action arises. I probably can't see the 1, so the numbers, because I'm seeing how everything is looking. Y'all may not be able to see the numbers, but the words right now is cool. The action arises from a calculated, sustained, and multi-layered exploitation of a creative partner by internationally recognized entertainer, aided by an extensive network of associates and corporate entities operating in concert to defraud, intimidate, and financially exploit plaintiff. I'm just gonna read this last one for the crazies out there. You know what I mean? Attention span is crazy, so it's hard to do everything, and everybody's attention span is kind of, you know what I mean? But for more than 16 years, plaintiff Terrance Dixon, aka TA, dedicated his talent, labor, and loyalty to Defendant Fat Joe, professionally known as Fat Joe. Cartagena, whatever. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to be fast. During that period, plaintiff acted not only as Cartagena's hype man, but also contributed as a lyricist, background vocalist, security team member, and creative collaborator. Despite plaintiff's integral contributions, Defendant Cartagena systematically excluded him from fair compensation, proper attribution, and the substantial royalties and profits generated from the creative labor. Instead, plaintiff was consistently underpaid, denied songwriting credits, and deliberately concealed from royalties and back-end compensation. We're going to keep it moving. We get the point, right? Let's keep it moving, because I'm trying not to, we already know about the Roc Nation joint. Bang, bang, bang. Let's keep it pushing. We're going to keep it pushing here. Let's read 23. It says plaintiff was not only exploited financially, but also subjected to a wide spectrum of sexual coercion. Sound familiar? Smell like peanut butter and ass, feet, and corn chips. Psychological control, forced exhibitionism, and surveillance-based humiliation, including being compelled to perform sex acts under observation, being filmed or directed by defendant in the presence of others. Diddy, Fat Jitty, we got Jitty, Fat Jitty. This sounds just like Diddy to me. Fat Jitty. Tactics designed to control plaintiff's body, enrolled his anonymity, and ensure silence. Hold on, this sex-based abuse were not private, incidental, or isolated. They were integral to the enterprise culture and dominance of and humiliation, enforced by the defendant's associates such as Pistol Pete, JB, and others, and sustained across numerous tourist locations, including Miami, North Carolina, Germany, Spain, and Wisconsin. Hold on, I got to read this shit. Hold on. Let me try to skim for y'all. What is it saying? Oh, let me go back. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, family. Ooh, it's not saying nothing about the little sex things, but we could only imagine what he had to do. And I'm gonna tell you something. Me, respectfully, me and him, I did an interview. Listen, this is the crazy shit. His brother hit me up. TA's brother hit me up. He hit me up and told me some shit about about TA. He said, I'm gonna keep it 100 now, because for some reason he stopped fucking with me because I told him what his brother said. So fuck it. His brother told me that TA, he's with the rainbow guys. They caught him in some rainbow activity. So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, I hit him up. I'm like, yo, I don't know if this is your real brother, but your brother is hitting me up telling me about some disrespectful things, man. I don't know what's going on. And I forgot what he replied, but after that he just stopped responding to me. Like I didn't say nothing crazy. I'm like, yo, your brother's saying some real shit, some other shit about you. You need to talk to your brother, because the brother was telling me some shit. And I don't know how he found me, because I was doing videos on him when he first came out, and then he went to Panda Chop. I'm not gonna say I had him first, but I was definitely fucking with him. Pause for the pauses before he went to Panda Chop. And those are facts. If I could show you the receipts, I would, but we blocked each other and all that stuff. That shit was just wow. So now this is all making sense, but let's keep it pushing. This is real shit. This is on my life. You heard? But anyway, enterprise use of violence and threatening code language. A key element of Cartagena's enterprise operation was the strategic use of code language to communicate threats, issue directives, and conceal violent. But we get all that. We get all that. Let's scroll. Dern, Cartagena, Don. So Duncan, coercion, illicit conduct, including the Dern, Fat Joe, a fat guy, the Don, Banoches, whatever, Bianches, whatever, payops, coerce. So these are the code words that they use. So payops is coerce or violent sexual acts. Damn. Calpy, to physically assault or slap. Cooling, rectum or anus. Fam, ketchup, stabbing or slashing. Montagen, kill him or him. Theory, baby mother, wife, girlfriend. Incorporating, to place a victim in a casket. These terms were used in text, in person, in conversation, studio banter, and back channel communication to direct enforcers, silence dissenters, and coordinate enterprise activities across geographic locations. The code language was essential to maintaining structure, secrecy, while allowing the most extreme forms of coercion and violence to be ordered and executed without opposing the enterprise to immediate scrutiny. Check this out right here, man. This the shit right here. So it says the defendant's penance for exploitation was not limited to artists and collaborators. Let's go to the minor doe. 179. It says minor doe 1 is a 16-year-old Dominican girl residing in New York. In exchange for cash, clothing, and payment of her cell phone bill, defendant will get oral sex and other sex acts performed on him by minor doe 1. On one occasion, while driving to New York, in New York City, minor doe 1 asked defendant for money to pay for a cell phone. Being notoriously cheap, the defendant claimed to be broke. This upset minor 1, who began yelling and cursing and screaming. Plaintiff begged defendant to pay the minor child's phone bill, which was less than $100. Minor doe 2. Minor doe 2 is a Caucasian female. She is not a United States citizen. The defendant began having sexual relations with minor doe 2 when she was 15 years old after a concert overseas. Defendant flew minor doe to New York City and Miami Florida on multiple occasions. Due to minor doe 2's body being adolescent and not fully formed, defendant paid for her to get a Brazilian butt lift. Crazy. Minor doe 2 eventually left defendant and is now married to a professional athlete. So here's a picture. These are pictures right here. That's crazy. 3 minor doe 3 with her friends from high school, the same time she was being trafficked by the defendant. Let's see what his wife is gonna say. But check this out. Speaking of his wife, minor doe 3 is a Latino female who met the defendant when she was just 15 years old, turning 16. According to the defendant, was in love with minor doe 3. He even complicated leaving his motherfucking wife. He contemplated leaving his wife for a 16-year-old. The defendant paid minor doe 3 bills and even took her overseas to his tour stops. He brought her to Florida, where he will put her up in a condo he rented a few blocks from his house with his wife. In a recorded conversation, minor doe 3 and her 15-year-old cousin described in detail to plaintiff how inappropriate it was for the defendant, who was in his late 30s at the time, to be fawning over children. Say it ain't so, Joey. Yeah, you gotta answer to the piper now. So anyway, defending Roc Nation bomb. Let's skip some of that because we already know what it is. The Pistol Pete, okay? You know he's a known enforcer. So y'all can't take shit back now. Y'all can't change up. Torres' involvement in the enterprise retaliatory operations is corroborated by audio recordings and witness statements, which documents his efforts to orchestrate an ambush against plaintiff in his use of code enterprise language such as pound them out and catch up to issue violence. But we know what that means. That's Joseph. So rich player. There you go, Giuseppe, whatever the hell. This is the fake ass lawyer. Alright. She Erica Joanna, whatever, is an individual who put upon information and belief resides in the state of Florida. Maria, whatever, illegally represented herself as a legal agent and counsel despite lacking proper authorization to practice law in Florida. She actively participated in creating and managing fraudulent corporate entities to conceal and launder the proceeds of the enterprise illegal activities. Moreno's, how do you want to pronounce that, man? Actions facilitated financial fraud, obstruction of justice, and unauthorized legal practice, causing direct injury to plaintiff. Insane. Look at all this, man. It's too much to read, and it's a 157-page document. Fat Joe, at the end of the day, no one is sorry for your shit. We don't care. Everybody's getting exposed. It's your time, Fat Joe. You got 2 left knees. You just wobbling over the place. See what I'm saying? Karma comes to those who has done and got over on people for many, many years, trying to hide your hand, throw rocks and hide your hand. TA, even though we ain't really link up like that, I don't know what it was for, but because of that situation with your brother telling me, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I don't hate on nobody, man. Get your coins. It's well deserved. It's well deserved, family. Get your motherfucking bread, homie. Live it up. Live well. And that's pretty much it. Everybody, y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. Yeah, just let me know y'all thoughts, man. Listen, man, at the end of the day, Fat Joe, we don't give a fuck. So whatever happened to you, and I don't hate on people, but when you try to down the culture and play my culture like that, I have no sympathy for you. Now all the other Latinos that's cool, you cool, we fuck with you, but at the end of the day, we ain't gonna let niggas like him play our culture, think they could get away with it just because you're Fat Joe. That shit means nothing over here. In the industry, y'all cool because, you know, y'all in y'all own, you know, cult, if you will. I don't want to use the word cult, but y'all own clique. You know what I mean? But in reality, in the real world, we don't fuck with you. Anyway, I'm Ghost. Peace.